Yes, we were talking about the PCS setup. Um, as I said already, this is a bare minimum setup. You're gonna need two switches. One switch which is independent connecting to your network device under test. So this is the NIC which drivers are needs to be certified from Windows. And this is a S2D cluster. This is a failure cluster storage spaces with storage spaces direct enabled. This is from Microsoft. This is a failure cluster. We have this VM. We have installed the Hyper-V. We have installed Hyper-V on this and deployed three VMs. So this particular setup is gonna require a domain. So all these machines must be part of same domain. We're gonna need DHCP on both the networks. So the one piece which is missing in this diagram is there's a DHCP server running on this network also. Because on this network there will be a lot of VMs getting created on this cluster. A lot of VMs are getting migrated from this host to that host, and simultaneously there will be many operations performed from PCS test perspective. So this particular network is also gonna need a DHCP server sitting on this network. So there can be one more VM here which is only running the DHCP server and has this network connection over here. Okay. So this VM doesn't give DHCPs on this network, and there is obviously this is our corporate network in a way, general network. So this definitely has a DHCP and everything. This and all these we have created a domain controller for ourselves, which is running DNS, DHCP, and domain controller services. So again, these all these machines are gonna be to begin with. All these C1, C2, C3, C4, they have some common installation like server deployment processes. So this is some minimum configuration required for all the hosts. So for HLK controller VM, if you are using it a VM, it must be a generation 1 VM. This is very important. And if you're using PCS controller as a VM and not a physical node itself, then it's gonna be a generation 2 VM. This is a very specific requirement from Microsoft, and you must follow it. They must have minimum 4 cores, and memory minimum 12 GB RAM, and disk space is required 200 GB. This is all these requirements are from the minimum side. You can have more than that, maybe 8 cores or more RAM, and hard disk is definitely if it is more, it is better, because they have their VMs. The VM image itself is of 40 GB. So it is better you have more, at least 250 GB on PCS controller and HLK controller. I would recommend, but 200 is minimum that you're gonna need. And this is also very important thing that you must follow on every hardware or VM. You must disable the secure boot on every machine that you see here in this setup. So if these are the hardwares. So if these are the Cisco hardwares, you must log on to their SIMS controller, CIMC, Cisco Integrated Management Controller. Log into that controller, go to boot settings and disable the secure boot. If it is HP servers, if these are HP servers, and these images are for actually HP servers. So if these are HP servers, you must log on to their ILO, Integrated Lights Out Control Utility. Log on to their UI and disable the secure boot. If it is Dell, you must log on to the ID rack, Integrated Dell Remote Access Controller. Log on to ID rack and disable disable the secure boot. So that's very important. And if it is VM, you must power off the VM, go to its settings in Hyper-V, power down the VM, go to its settings, go to boot settings, and uh, turn off the secure boot for both these VMs. So I'm going to talk about the common installation of all the nodes. And test clients are going to be physical servers. You cannot run clients in a VM. You can only run HLK controller and PCS controller in a VM. That too, this specific is generation 1 VM and this is a generation 2 VM. But rest of the test clients are going to be physical clients. And I haven't specified the requirements here, but yeah, they definitely have similar kind of requirements. But most important thing is they need a large space there. So 200 GB, maybe it's a default disk in the server, let's say, but you're gonna need extra 4 disk, preferably SSDs disk. So in this server, we had 2 disk came by default with the server. So these 2 disks are the default disk in the server, and one of the disk has the OS installed in it. But these 4 other 4 disks, these are SSD disks. These we have added these 4 disks for cluster purpose, and that's the minimum requirement. You can log on to the website, their website, and please go ahead and make sure that you have minimum requirement met for hardware. I think I'm not sure you can find all the information. Yeah, here is PCS test private cloud simulator for Windows 2016 server and private cloud simulator for Windows 2019 server. Mind that the HLK controller is only supported on 2016, so even if you're certifying it for 2019 or 16, in both the cases your controller is going to be the 2016 server. Only the clients will be changing, including the PCS controller. So if you're certifying for 2019, so all your clients in PCS controller must have 2019 installed. And if you are certifying for 2016, then all the machines must be installed with the same operating system and same updates for sure. So you will have to install operating system and update it immediately. All the machines must have same and latest and greatest updates installed. That's a requirement. Let's go to 2016. So they must have the requirements here. So you must go through these requirements and must follow each of these requirements, else you will be facing, like, different issues while running the test. So again, those hardwares are going to be requiring 4 cores, 12 GB RAM, 200 GB hard disk, and Windows 2016 Data Center Edition. And yeah, so for disks, maybe you have to search for. Okay, so this is for controller, those cluster nodes we are talking about. The cluster nodes require 16 physical cores, 2 sockets with 8 cores, 128 GB hard disk with 64 GB free space on boot drive, 4 TB per node on HDD, 800 GB space per node on SSD. So 4 TB is what you're gonna need for your storage spaces direct cluster configuration, and this is extra for your OS itself, let's say. Per node on SSD. So for this we had 4 disk deployed of one of each 1 TB. So in the diagram here, so as you can say, this is 1 TB each SSD flash drive installed on these nodes. So I'm telling you this because this is without this the test will the cluster will not get formed. You will get weird errors and you'll be troubleshooting. So it's gonna need 4 disk, 1 TB of each only for cluster purposes, and then this is apart from the OS that is installed on the other drive. Okay, so let's move ahead and see the common installation on all the nodes that we're gonna do. Maybe yeah, so this is the PCS test private cloud simulator for device network LAN 10 GB or greater. This is what the PCS test that we ran, 10 GB or greater. The NIC that we were testing was 25 gig of capacity. If there are drives used as cache, there must be at least 2 per server. So this is additional than what I just said. There must be at least 4 capacity non-cache drives per server. So this is very important. There must be at least 4 capacity non-cache drives. So these are the drives used only for the cluster purposes. There is a caching purpose. If you have additional drive apart from the 4 cluster drives plus OS drives, and apart from these, if you have extra drives installed, that will be used for caching to fasten the process, but caching is not mandatory. So you can still live without it. You can have your OS installed on a drive, and then you have free for capacity drives. They can be SSDs, flash drives. That's rather flash drives are preferred, and of course the NIC being certified. So I think I must include these select type hyperconn setup with STD cluster. In the document, that's very important here. Yeah, so I added that part in my document also. This is very important. You must your hardware must be complied with these basic minimum requirements. If it is not, then you can expect weird errors that maybe you will not be able to figure out what it is exactly. Now moving on to the common installation, maybe in the next video I will talk about preparing the controller and test machines, all the nodes that are there in the setup for PCS. Here we go. So we will do networking like it is shown in the figure. There is one VM missing here, which is a DHCP server for this network, isolated from this network, of course, which I will add. So these 4 nodes will need to be installed with Windows OS that you want to